Now I want to talk specifically about a student from our partners at EDU Education, Jung Siu. Got a between 3.6 and 3.7 GPA while in our program and was successful in being admitted to UC Irvine and ultimately UC Berkeley for political science, among other schools. My name is Andrew Ullman. I am from University Bridge. We have campuses in California, Washington State, and Virginia. University Bridge specifically focuses with 2+2 pathways where we help students transfer in as juniors, not as freshmen. You come and you join a 2+2 pathway at UBridge as a first-year student at one of our college partners, and you get what's called a soft landing. And I'm here today to tell students about our 2+2 pathway program, which can help students of any range and background get guaranteed admissions to 4 of the top 40 US universities. So a 2+2 program is quite simply a program that begins at a 2-year college for students to be able to transfer into a 4-year university for years 3 and 4 of their program. And so what we do in our 2+2 program is help students who may need a little bit extra time, may have lower English level, or need some additional assistance, get to where they're looking to go in the US education system through these guaranteed admissions agreements. A lot of us are familiar with the direct application to be a freshman at a US university is exceedingly difficult, both from an application standpoint and an acceptance standpoint. So for example, a number of US schools, especially the top schools, will have minimum English requirements, 100 plus TOEFL or a very high Duolingo score in order to just apply to that school. There are a number of essays that you have to fill out, and obviously you have to have a very well-rounded background. Now, when we talk about the 2+2 pathways, essentially the 2-year college system in America is open admissions. Even students that have lower language ability and lower GPAs can gain acceptance to the 2-year college system. Another thing that I'll mention is budget. The 2-year college system tends to be more affordable overall with lower tuition prices. And then finally, of course, acceptance rates. Our students can do either a guaranteed admissions to a number of UC schools, or at UCLA, we have acceptance rates in the 40 and 50% range, which can be 8 to 10 times the freshman international acceptance rate for students. You know, at the 2-year college level, it can be pretty difficult to get all of the courses that you need to finish in time. So when we talk about the notion of a 2+2 program, in reality, a lot of times it can end up being a 2.5+2 program or even a 3+2 program, because the rules that are required for guaranteed admissions or just general transfer are extremely specific in terms of the number of courses that you need to take, the credits that you need to take, and the order that you need to take those classes. One of the other things that's really difficult for students is getting the help that they need. And so this is a big problem, especially in the state of California, with student to counselor ratios. And it's something that the state has been working on very hard to try to fix, but ultimately, because of the funding for the 2-year college system, we have sometimes upwards of 500 to 1, 800 to 1, or even 1,000 students to one counselor, which ultimately means that international students can end up getting 20 or 30 minutes per semester of personalized one-on-one assistance with a professional advisor on campus. Let's just start with one of the key things, and that is personalized assistance, right? University Bridge was created because we saw an issue with the ratios of students to counselors. And we understood that students, especially international students, just need a lot more time and guidance and assistance when they are just starting out in the US education system. So at UBridge, we never have more than 25 students per one counselor. Another thing that's unique to University Bridge is After each semester, we speak with our students and give them surveys to fill out about their course. And we compile that data, and we're able to help our students and guide them towards the professors and the courses that are going to be the right match for them. University Bridge is uniquely positioned to do is give extremely detailed reports back to all of the stakeholders who are involved. So that's the parents, the education agents back at home. And we do that every 2 weeks. Our advisors are an open book. They are reachable by parents. So before I talk about a particular Taiwanese student story, I want to tell you a little bit about overall the class of 2024 from University Bridge. 83% of our students in the class of 2024 were accepted to a top 40 US university system through our transfer pathway, and 88% of our class of 2024 was accepted to the University of California system. So clearly some amazing transfer rates. Now I want to talk specifically about a student from our partners at EDU Education, Zhang Siyu. Zhang Siyu is a student at the National Taipei University who was struggling her first year with adapting to a new environment and attending courses and getting good grades. She was looking for an alternative overseas, and she ultimately, along with her parents, found the University Bridge program. In order to attend University Bridge at Santa Monica College, she took the Duolingo test, which was all that she needed. She successfully passed and was on her way. She ended up spending 2 years with us at UB in Santa Monica, and we linked her up with a private advisor named Iris. Now, Iris was able to communicate directly with the family back home in Mandarin and was able to provide constant updates, both written and verbal, to all of the stakeholders involved. What this ultimately meant is that the student got a between 3.6 and 3.7 GPA while in our program and was successful in being admitted to UC Irvine and ultimately UC Berkeley for political science, among other schools. So it was a fantastic job, and we're very proud of her. Thank you for taking the time to learn about 2+2 pathways and University Bridge. Please do feel free to contact our partners at EDU Education with any student inquiries that you may have. 谢谢你 and 我爱台湾.